Crap. Ooh, that's good. Because Destiny's kind of bullshit anyway. Especially, buddy, and the people that like do it aren't living at 1,000 miles an hour with my hair on fire. Turning into a writing process thing, so I really hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think. What's up, everybody? This is Eddie Mac coming back to you with the Daily Grind. Just going over some of the work I'm doing today for certain things that we've got coming up in the future. Took some time to break down my creative process and how I go about kind of establishing some of the stuff that you're going to see coming. So peeling back a little from behind the creative curtain, what I'm working on right now is creating a podcast that I'm going to use for a couple different reasons, which I'll talk about in the podcast. But right now I'm trying to figure out segments that are going to accomplish several different goals, and I'm trying to figure out, what's going to be like a running theme throughout each episode, what I want to do with it week to week, and maybe where I want to go with it in like 6 months to a year. If I even like get that far, I'm not really worried about it. Maybe this whole thing bombs or it's lame and I scrap it and start over. So who knows? But right now, I'm really just kind of brainstorming segments for the podcast. This is what my page looks like now. Let's see what it looks like in a few minutes. Well, one thing I did in the interest of getting this right was a bunch of research. While I was doing this research, I was kind of asking myself a series of questions, challenging my own preconceptions about like what a podcast is and what a podcast has to do. It's just like the start of kind of getting the creative, productive process going. So like, how long does a podcast have to be? Can I make a podcast that's 5 minutes? Can I make one that's 1 minute? What has to be in a 1 minute podcast for it to be worth listening to? Who do you want to listen to it? And like, how is the content going to be something that's valuable to them? So I kind of directed my research towards those questions, and I got some like ideas forming in my head, and then I started kind of brainstorming a list of stuff and everything throughout that. And I don't care what's on the list really, because the list is like, I put intentionally bad shit. Like maybe I'm going to do a 10-minute podcast about like how to juggle. I'm pretty good at juggling. But I'm not going to do a 10-minute podcast on how to juggle, or I might. If you really want to see that, let me know in the comment. I'm kind of and it's just like a process of getting ideas going and being like, this is a bad idea. That's a shit idea. That's a shit idea. That's a shit idea. Half of that idea is pretty good. I'm going to take half of that, break that off, and I'm going to put that in my pocket for a second. And this are all crap. That's all right. I'm going to take a part of that. Just crap. Ooh, that's good. And if I put all these like parts of ideas together, I might have something cool by the end of it. One thing you kind of got to consider when you're doing all this is like, how can I do all the cool stuff and then stay honest with myself at the same time and with the readers at the same time? Because like, I could write this podcast about how to become famous through your writing online, but I don't really know because I'm not really famous or at all famous. So when you come from a place of not caring or not being, when you come from a place of not being ashamed about the bad ideas and then staying honest with the good ideas, you can create some really interesting stuff that is also unique to you. This was supposed to be about writing. It wasn't really about writing, but it is about the creative process, and it is a creative process, and the process is one of the most important parts. It's like the process, the talent, and the work. And if you have 2 of them, you only need 2, I think. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. It's going to be called Becoming a Bestseller. And what the show is going to be about is kind of my journey to get on the New York Times bestsellers list, and what that means to me, and how I'm going about trying to achieve that, what that works. And what I really kind of want to do is almost like lay down a blueprint for how you can go about making a career as a writer online, the strategies I'm trying to do to achieve that, and whether or not they work. So stay tuned for that. Was this all just a commercial for my podcast? Yes. Yes, it was.